Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the Points of Articulation. My name's Dave and if you're new to the channel, welcome. Today I'm taking a look at the Hot Wheels Star Wars Kylo Ren's TIE Silencer, which is from the Build the Death Star series, released in 2019. This ship was first seen in Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi. Now this vessel is number 8 in the series and represents The Last Jedi. And I think it was one of the perfect ships to choose. You know, Kylo Ren's the main character. This ship did have some nice sequences, so I'm happy with the choice. Now, don't forget, each ship does come with a piece to build our very own miniature Death Star, so stay tuned towards the end of the video when we will continue construction on our battle station. Looking at the size of this particular ship, it's about 3.5 inches long, which is very nice. So everybody should know how my videos go by now. We're going to take a look at the mold, the paint, put it on a stand, compare it, continue construction on our Death Star, and then we'll be done. So let's get moving. So let's kick this video off looking at the mold. Like in all my videos, I will go over all the major sections of the ship, and then we'll get a nice close-up look to see all those fine details. Now, just like the other ships in the series, this is indeed a repaint of the original mold released with the Last Jedi film, and I like it. I think it's a great design. I love the engines in the back, how they're red. Just pretty cool. So, for the main points, we have our cockpit hatch. Back here should be life support, shield generators, all that stuff. We have our ion engines, looking very nice. We have our 2 pylons. Very nicely detailed. Love that cockpit. On the sides of the solar array wings, we have our laser cannons. Looking very nice. Right here by the braces, we do have torpedo launchers, or as some reference books call it, ordnance bays. And like we saw in the film, these open up and missiles could shoot out, or torpedoes. So that's pretty cool, and that's on both sides. Looking cool. And now for the solar array wings, we do have some beautiful paneling here. You can see all the little rectangles and squares. Fantastic. Now for the underneath, beautiful detailing, stand connector port, 2 rivets on the base, and then a rivet on the interior of each wing, as well as copyright crap on the right-hand side. All in all, besides a little bit of warping, it is a nice looking ship. So having said all that, let's take a closer look. Now for our close-up view, let's try something different for a change and begin with the aft section on the top. We can see some beautiful detail in here. Look at all that. That is fantastic. I really like the back of this vessel with the ion engines. Looking good. As we move up, we can see tons of modules on the sides near the pylons. Some recessed areas. All these rectangles looking good. Just a fantastic looking ship. Moving up, we have our pylons, which are around it. And then we have that nice angle in the front. And you can see how they are molded, and it is great. Really awesome. Then right here, we have our cockpit hatch. Looking pretty unique. Coming towards the front. We have some raised sections, some beautiful molding on the sides, and then we have our cockpit. So let me turn it around. Again, look at this beautiful design here. That's pretty cool. Then we have our transparent steel windows and our braces. Looking very nice. Again, notice the pylons. Very nicely done. Turning the ship on its bottom. More beautiful molding. A rivet. Some nice details on the bottom here. Especially on the sides. Look at all that. Fantastic. I love this. This is some good stuff. Peg port for the stand. Some more detailing. We have some rectangles that are recessed. Another rivet. Beautifully molded here. And then we have our ion engines. Looking very interesting. Nice. Now let's move on to the interiors of the wings. We have a rivet holding it together. And some nice molding. Right here we have a little scrape or something. That came out of the box like that. What are you going to do? But check out the panel in here. Literally hundreds of little raised boxes all throughout the body, and it goes all the way to the front. That is insane. Craziness. And then on the top, we do have some raised sections with our panels. And then it goes all the way. There we go. Then it goes all the way to the tip. Looking good. And that mirrors on each side. There's, no real surprises here. It's a TIE fighter, What you see is what you get. For the bottoms, let me turn it this way. You see, nicely done. Coming all the way to the front of the ship. And then on this side, we have some copyright crap. And then some more beautifully molded sections. Looking very nice. So now moving on to the exterior of the wings. We have some beautiful raised sections with our paneling. And it looks pretty good. I love that. As we can see, some raised sections like pipes, little molding modules, a laser cannon right here, looking good. And then we have our two wing braces, or as some different diagrams say, these are actually power transfer stations. Basically, the energy comes in from these solar panels and then gets converted in these to be used for the ship itself, which is an interesting idea. Pretty cool though, and nicely molded, I will add that. Here we have some bubbles in the paint. And then the bottoms of the wings, again, raised. And then all our little panels here. Just amazing. Very nicely done. And then to our wingtips. And that basically does it. The wings are symmetrical. What's on one side is on the other. So I think covering one will do it for today. So now before I conclude, we'll just get around the wing. So that way you guys at home know what you're getting. For the most part, it's just flat. In the back, you can see how we do have that little tiny mess up there. Same as this side, so I guess it's a mold defect. And then coming down the bottom, it's the same, very flat. So that does it for the mold. Hopefully I covered everything. I tried to move quickly. So now, let's cover the paint. And now looking at that paint job on Kylo Ren's TIE silencer, I like it. Sure, I would have liked the mirrored finisher chrome like I say in all these videos, but this is a very nice paint job. The bubbling is minimal at best. Have no major issues with it. Light reflects off that silver paint, very nice. Now, the center is die cast. The wings are this plasticky rubber. And as you can see, they really tried to match the paint here. And in my opinion, it looks pretty good. I think it came out fantastic. Beautiful stuff. So that does it for the mold and the paint. So now let's put this baby back on a stand, compare it to some other ships, and then finish building that Death Star. And just like other Hot Wheels ships, it comes with a cool translucent stand with the First Order symbol. Peg it into port like so, hear that click. And just like that, everybody, you are good to go. And now for a quick size comparison with the Hot Wheels Star Wars Kylo Ren's TIE silencer seen in the center. First, on the left-hand side, we have the Star Wars Black Series 6-inch First Order Stormtrooper looking sharp. And then finally on the right-hand side, we have the Hot Wheels Star Wars Razor Crest, a beautiful vessel. We will be taking a look at that next week. Also, I just saw the first episode of The Mandalorian, and I thought it was amazing. Visually, beautiful. The attention to detail in the little towns and cities, the ships, everything looked great. And I have to say, the story is nicely done so far, and I'm interested to see where it goes. If any of you have saw The Mandalorian, let me know in the comments below what you thought about it. And now for an added size comparison, here we have all the ships in the Build the Death Star series I have to date. So beginning from the left and moving our way right, we have the Naboo Starfighter, Republic Gunship, Jedi Starfighter, Darth Vader's TIE Advanced, Boba Fett's Slave 1, an Imperial speeder bike, Resistance X-Wing, and finally Kylo Ren's TIE Silencer. And if you're interested in seeing reviews of any of these vessels, check the links in the description below. And now looking at this ship's Death Star piece, like in all my other videos, I'm not going to cover too much of the exterior mold, since we will be taking a look at that once the Death Star is complete in its own separate video. Having said that, for the interior, it's mostly structural supports. We have a molded 8, which is pretty nice, so you know what order they're in. For the interior, more supports, some numbers here for the mold, looking pretty good. For the exterior, we have the top of the super laser emitter dish, and then a bunch of recessed lines and raised parts. I can't wait to put this together, it's looking really nice. Sick. So now, let's get constructing. Nice! This baby is really coming together and it's looking beautiful. Just one more review to go. And that does it today for my review of the Hot Wheels Star Wars Kylo Ren's TIE Silencer from the Build a Death Star series released in 2019. Now I'll be quick today. For the mold, I think it is fantastic. Everything's there that should be, and I love the nice detailing on the solar array wings, as well as the main body. I think it is great. For the paint, I think they did an amazing job. It's definitely not the worst in the series whatsoever. Looking at it closely, I've only seen one tiny little area where the paint is bubbling. Besides that though, a very nice job, and I think Hot Wheels did a decent job at matching the silver paint on the diecast and the plastic. Don't forget, it also does come with a nice translucent stand to help it blend in with the rest of the collection. And also, it does come with a Death Star piece to build your very own Death Star. And after today's video, we only have one more ship to look at before that Death Star is finally complete. So that's everything I have to say about this beautiful ship today. I hope you enjoyed my review. If you did, hit that like button. And if you'd like to see new reviews every Thursday, subscribe. Again, thank you very much for watching. I greatly appreciate it, and I hope to see you next time. Bye, everybody.